9 things man should not do with women. Stoicism, modern stoic. Love is a fire, but whether it is going to warm your hearth or burn down your house, you can never tell. Joan Crawford. As men, we often go the extra mile for those we deeply care about. We give, we protect, we endure, not out of weakness, but out of love. Yet far too often, our loyalty is taken for granted. Some women appear kind and affectionate when they need something from us, only to disappear once their needs are met, like shadows fading at dawn. So the question arises, how do we reclaim our strength and maintain our dignity without becoming cold or bitter? Today, we're diving into 9 essential things a man must never do with women. Timeless truths inspired by Stoic wisdom, designed to help modern men rise above emotional traps and reclaim their inner power. This isn't about playing games. It's about living with purpose, setting firm boundaries, and cultivating respect, both from others and within ourselves. So if you've ever felt drained, used, or confused in your relationships, pull up a chair. This conversation could change everything. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss these deep dives into strength, clarity, and stoic mastery. Let's begin. Number 1. Don't reshape your life to fit others. Imagine you're handed a puzzle, one where every piece is bent, chipped, or doesn't belong, and you're told to make it complete. You try again and again, forcing pieces that just won't lock into place. That's what it's like when a man reshapes his life to match someone else's expectations. You feel that nagging tension, that quiet frustration in your chest, like something vital is slipping through your fingers. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once wrote, "Everywhere means nowhere." When you scatter your energy trying to please the world, women, friends, family, society, you end up lost, a stranger to yourself, directionless in a sea of opinions that don't belong to you. A modern man grounded in Stoicism understands this. Your life is your own terrain, and you are the only one qualified to map it. If a woman cannot appreciate your truth as it stands, then perhaps she was never meant to walk beside you on this path. You were not made to shrink yourself to fit someone's comfort zone. Stand tall like a pine that grows unwavering through storms, not a vine that bends to wrap around the nearest pole. In relationships, men often give up their routines, their passions, even their core values to avoid conflict or to appear more desirable. But this is a trade that leads to self-betrayal, not love. And here's the irony. The more you lose yourself for someone, the less attractive you become in their eyes. Women admire strength, direction, and purpose, not passivity or people-pleasing. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." That means knowing your principles and having the courage to live them, even if it means walking alone. Think about real life. How many men abandon their gym habits, their spiritual practices, or their business ambitions to fit into a relationship mold that doesn't serve them? Then years go by and regret settles in. Don't let that be your story. Your life isn't a costume party where you dress up to make others happy. It's a journey of truth. So hold fast to your essence. Build a life that reflects your values, not someone else's vision of who you should be. And when you do, you don't just gain respect, you become unstoppable. Number 2. Don't ruin your life by being too obsessed with someone. Don't let your life revolve solely around others, like a satellite stuck in orbit. It's tempting, especially when you're deeply attracted to a woman, to let your thoughts, time, and energy be consumed by her, by what she thinks, wants, or needs. But this obsessive devotion comes at a dangerous cost. You begin to lose the essence of who you are. You forget your values, your path, and the fire that once fueled your ambitions. Like a satellite endlessly circling a planet, you become dependent on their gravity to define your place. This is not love. It's emotional servitude disguised as devotion. And as Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, Nowhere can a man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Your soul, your mind, your center, should be where you find peace, not in the unpredictable tides of someone else's moods or validation. A modern Stoic man understands that attachment without boundaries is a threat to his identity. When you're too entangled in a woman's world, you stop living your own. You begin making compromises that chip away at your dignity. You abandon your passions, your health, your friendships, all to win approval or affection that may never even be fully yours. You see, in this modern life of social media and constant distraction, it's easy to forget your center. You see couples posting curated love stories, and you think that to be valuable, you must lose yourself in someone else. But that's not what real connection is. Real connection begins when both people are whole, not when one sacrifices everything to become the background in someone else's life. So here's the advice that will make you stronger and unshakable. Reclaim your time, energy, and purpose. Don't cancel your gym session, your business meeting, or your solitude just because she called. Don't rearrange your life around hers as if she is the sun, and you are just a speck in her orbit. You are not a supporting actor in her drama. You are the lead in your own film. A high-value man leads with presence, purpose, and poise. He loves, but never at the cost of self-respect. He gives, but not so much that he runs empty. And most importantly, he understands that being alone is not loneliness. It is power. That solitude Marcus Aurelius spoke of is where strength is forged. When you prioritize your own mission, you become magnetic. You become the man she admires, not the man she takes for granted. Let this be your reminder. Never let anyone become your reason for forgetting yourself. A woman may inspire you, but she should never consume you. Walk your path with clarity, love but don't obsess. Give but don't lose yourself. Because in the end, the most attractive man is the one who stands firm in his purpose, no matter who walks beside him or who walks away. If you found value in this message, like the video, share it with a brother who needs this truth. And don't forget to subscribe for more Stoic wisdom on modern relationships and masculine strength. Comment to remember, I will never lose myself for anyone. Number 3. Don't let anything harm your mental health or happiness. Listen carefully. A man who gives away his peace to make a woman happy is not noble, he is lost. Prioritizing her feelings over your mental strength is like handing over your shield in battle and expecting to survive. You think you're being loving, supportive, a good man, but you're slowly bleeding power. Your happiness isn't a currency to be traded. It's the foundation of everything you are. When you let her problems consume you, when you bend yourself to please her every mood, you don't win her heart. You lose your soul. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. That's the essence of Stoicism. Control your mind. Guard your joy. If you keep giving pieces of yourself away to someone who doesn't guard them with the same reverence, you will eventually become a hollow version of the man you were born to be. Don't mistake sacrifice for love. Don't confuse suffering for loyalty. A real man draws a hard line, this far and no further. Your peace is sacred. Your sanity is non-negotiable. That doesn't mean you lack empathy. It means you lead with strength, not neediness. You can't save a drowning woman if she's pulling you under too. Instead, stand firm. Protect your center. Be unshakable. The modern world will test you. Women will test you. But a Stoic man does not flinch. He does not chase approval. He builds an empire within his soul and lets the world orbit around it. This is how you become the kind of man she respects, not just desires. This is how you reclaim your throne. Remember, you are not a background character in her story. You are the main character in yours. So lead like it, walk like it, live like it. Your mental health is your kingdom, guard it like a lion. And if you're ready to be the man who chooses strength over sacrifice, drop a comment below and declare, "My peace is my power." Like, comment and subscribe if this hit your core, because we're just getting started. Number 4, don't push friends or family away for someone else. In your journey as a man, especially one seeking to live by the strength and clarity of Stoic wisdom, there is one mistake that can cost you more than you realize: neglecting or pushing away the people who have been your backbone, just because you've become captivated by a woman. It might start subtly. You skip a guy's night out, you forget to return a call from your brother, or you cancel a visit to your parents, all to make room for someone new in your life. But slowly, you're sawing off the very branches of the tree that's held you up during the storms of life. Your friends, your family, these are not just people in the background. They are your roots. They are the ones who saw you before you were polished, before you had titles or status or someone special giving you attention. And if you cut them off, you're not just trimming excess, you're weakening the entire structure that supports you when times get tough. Plato's timeless words ring loudly here. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. That includes both the people you push away and the ones you let in. Real Stoicism teaches us not to be swayed by emotional impulses, not to burn bridges in pursuit of fleeting passion, and not to forget who we are in the eyes of those who know our soul best. A woman who genuinely respects you will not ask you to discard your tribe. She will admire your loyalty and the deep bonds you maintain. Because a man who forgets his foundation for love is like a captain who throws his compass overboard during a storm. He loses all sense of direction. Take the initiative, reach out to those you've neglected, call your old friend, sit down with your father, text your sister, let them know they still matter. Their presence in your life is not a burden, but a blessing, a reminder of your history, your growth, and your strength. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Never esteem anything as of advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect." That includes abandoning those who stood by you when no one else did. Your relationships with friends and family are the mirror of your character. Don't shatter that mirror chasing a reflection. Remember, a high-value man does not trade lasting bonds for temporary excitement. He honors his roots while moving forward. If this message spoke to your heart today, leave a comment about faith. I am a high-value man. Number 5, don't invest too much time in them. Don't pour all your precious time into someone else's bottomless well of need. It's like tossing your most valuable asset into a dark abyss. Time is not something you can earn back once it's spent. When you pour excessive time into a woman who continuously demands more without reciprocation, you're not being generous, you're being drained. Imagine standing at the edge of a deep well, casting your golden hours into its darkness, hoping for something in return, but nothing comes back. That's what it's like when a man gives all of himself without limit. The Stoic philosopher Seneca put it best. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. And what greater waste is there than giving the best parts of your life, your attention, your presence, your energy, to someone who sees it as expected rather than earned? In today's world, where distractions are endless and people often confuse access with entitlement, a modern Stoic man must become even more intentional. Your time is your most sacred currency. Would you give your life savings to someone who doesn't manage it wisely? Then why give your time to someone who doesn't see its value? This doesn't mean becoming cold or withholding. It means recognizing your worth. A high-value man lives with purpose. He directs his time into pursuits that build him, his health, his mission, his craft. He invests in relationships that uplift rather than consume him. He does not allow guilt, flattery, or emotional manipulation to dictate his schedule. Instead of making her your entire world, make her a part of a meaningful world you've built for yourself. That balance is where true power lives. A man rooted in Stoic discipline understands that love without boundaries leads to burnout. Time without structure invites chaos. The woman who truly respects you will not ask for your entire life. She will value the parts of it you choose to share with her. So reclaim your hours. Pour them into books, challenges, solitude, and purpose. Let her witness your discipline and be inspired by it. Because when you own your time, you also own your peace, your direction, and ultimately your destiny. Number 6. Don't reveal everything about your past, especially the tough times. Revealing your entire past to someone is like unfolding every hidden aspect and challenge you've encountered. Your past, especially the pain, the failures, the nights you cried alone, is not a public exhibit. It's your private crucible. It's what shaped your inner strength, your silent discipline, your quiet ability to endure when the world was against you. And now, in this world that glorifies oversharing and emotional vulnerability, you must stand apart. You must guard your story like a vault. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." And part of being a good man, a wise man, is knowing what to keep for yourself. Telling a woman every single detail of your broken past may feel honest in the moment, but it strips you of your masculine mystery. You give away too much, too fast, and once you do, you can't take it back. In today's world, people romanticize vulnerability, but often misuse it. Some will listen with compassion, but others will quietly judge you, or worse, use your weakness against you when things go wrong. You become emotionally exposed. And when you're exposed, you're easy to hurt, easy to manipulate, easy to control. Real power comes from selective truth. Tell her what's necessary, but never the whole story. Let her wonder. Let her feel that you've been through something, but never quite know what it was. That's how you hold the frame. That's how you maintain control. Your life is not an open book. It's a finely written novel, and you decide which chapters are revealed. A man who maintains mystery commands attention. He inspires respect. He doesn't chase validation by dumping his past on the table. He owns it quietly, letting his actions show his strength. This is how high-value men operate. In business, in relationships, in life, what is rare is respected. What is reserved is powerful. What is mysterious is magnetic. Don't reveal your hand. Don't let her decode your every emotion, every memory, every mistake. Let her feel the weight of your silence, the gravity of what you choose not to say. That's where true dominance lies. That's how legends move. And if this resonates with you, drop it in the comments right now. My silence is my power. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. And remember, not everyone deserves to know your story, but the man who learns when to speak and when to stay silent, that man owns the room. That man never loses. Number 7. Don't agree. Simply to satisfy them. There comes a point in every man's life when he must confront a difficult truth. Agreeing with a woman just to avoid conflict is not an act of kindness. It is an act of self-betrayal. It chips away at your identity, silences your authentic voice, and leads you down a path of quiet resentment. Imagine this: your passions, your purpose, your peace being traded away piece by piece just to keep someone else comfortable. It's like surrendering your favorite trail for a path you've never enjoyed walking, simply because someone else prefers it. As the Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." And what quality of thought exists in a man who constantly bends his will, not out of wisdom, but fear of rejection? None worth holding. The modern Stoic understands that integrity is the compass of masculinity. Saying no when it's necessary is not harsh. It's clarity. It's strength. It's choosing long-term self-respect over short-term harmony. Life is not a stage where you are meant to act out scenes that win applause from others. You are not here to be agreeable, predictable, or easily swayed. You are here to be authentic, to be grounded, to be the mountain, not the leaf that blows wherever the wind takes it. Seneca, another great Stoic, said, "If you don't know what port you're sailing to, no wind is favourable." The same goes for relationships. If you constantly yield to avoid waves, you'll never reach your destination. Men who live to appease lose themselves, one silent nod at a time. Real life offers countless examples of this, from the husband who gave up his dreams to avoid arguments, to the man who stopped speaking his mind to preserve peace, only to discover the peace built on silence is just a slow burn of regret. So, my brother, the next time you feel that inner conflict stirring, pause. Ask yourself, am I doing this because I truly want to, or because I'm afraid not to? Choose truth. Choose yourself. That's where your power lives. And if that truth means disappointing someone else, so be it, because the man who lives in truth may lose others, but he'll never lose himself. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever found yourself agreeing just to avoid tension? How did it affect your peace of mind? Drop your story in the comments. Someone out there may need your wisdom today. And if you find today's content very interesting, please give me a word of encouragement by commenting "very interesting" in the comments section. That is a huge motivation for us. Thank you. Number 8. Don't be controlled by the fear of solitude. A modern man, grounded in Stoic principles, must never allow the fear of being alone to steer his choices, especially in relationships. When a man makes decisions from a place of fear, particularly the fear of solitude, it's as if he's navigating through a storm without a compass, stumbling blindly with no direction or clarity. Fear is not a compass, it's a fog. And when that fear creeps into your mind, whispering that you'll never find another, that you'll be alone forever, it becomes dangerously easy to settle for less than you deserve. But solitude, when embraced rightly, is not a prison. It is a forge. In this sacred space, you refine who you are, away from noise, away from the crowd, and away from false attachments. Remember Aristotle's timeless wisdom. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. That begins not in the company of others, but in the quiet corners of your own mind. Instead of fearing solitude, turn it into your training ground. Spend real intentional time with yourself, not scrolling, not distracting, but truly sitting with your thoughts, dreams, and reflections. Walk alone, eat alone, think deeply. Learn to enjoy your own presence so much that anyone else becomes a beautiful addition, not a desperate necessity. In this world of constant connectivity, solitude is now a superpower. Most people run from it. Few master it. And it's those few, those rare, grounded, self-possessed men who draw others toward them effortlessly. Why? Because when you no longer need someone to complete you, you radiate strength, peace, and authenticity. You become a man who chooses a partner not because you're afraid of being alone, but because you've built a life so rich that sharing it becomes the next natural step. Modern life pressures men to always be in a relationship, to define their value by who they're with. But the Stoic man knows his value is internal, rooted in virtue and character, not external validation. The fear of solitude is a lie that leads to dependency, but choosing solitude, especially when it's uncomfortable, is a declaration of personal power. So resist that urge to run into the arms of someone just to feel less alone. Instead, build a life that is so full, so meaningful, that solitude becomes a sanctuary, not a sentence. In doing so, you become unshakable, and the relationships you attract will be deeper, truer, and born from strength, not scarcity. Number 9. Don't forget to celebrate even small wins. Listen closely, because this is not just advice. It's a commandment for every man who walks the path of mastery. In the chaos of modern life, where deadlines roar, demands pull you in 1,000 directions, and society teaches you to be everything for everyone but nothing for yourself, there's one powerful truth you must not forget. You must celebrate your wins, even the smallest ones, especially the smallest ones. Why? Because each win, each silent battle you overcome when no one is watching, is evidence that you are still standing, that you are still moving, that you are not broken. Modern Stoicism isn't about emotionless endurance, it's about powerful internal recognition. It's about owning your path. Epictetus once warned us, never depend on the admiration of others. Why? Because applause fades, but your own inner fire must never go out. You don't need a crowd to clap when you rise at 5 a.m, when you resist temptation, when you keep your word to yourself. You clap, you mark it. You honor the warrior within. Every win is a brick, brick by brick. You're building a fortress no one can shake. Most men chase grand moments, waiting for the one big win that will finally make them feel worthy. But the Stoic man, he knows the truth. Worthiness is earned daily, through discipline, through struggle, through small steps taken with unwavering intention. Don't just survive your days, own them, dominate them. When you finish that hard conversation, that workout, that disciplined decision, mark it. Say to yourself, I did that. That was me. Because if you ignore your progress, your spirit starts to rot. If you don't acknowledge your wins, you begin to forget your power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Strength isn't found in the spotlight. It's forged in the quiet victories. Let every win, no matter how silent, be your war cry. Let it remind you of who you are. You are not invisible. You are not average. You are not lost. You are on a path, and you are winning." Now here's your challenge. Drop a comment right now that says, "Every win counts." Remind yourself. Declare it. Make this moment one of those wins. And if you feel the fire in your soul rising, like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom and share it with a brother who's forgotten how far he's come. Don't let another day go by waiting for someone else to validate your journey. Validate yourself, celebrate yourself, and never, never stop marching forward. And that's a wrap on the 9 things a man should never do with women, especially if you're walking the path of a modern Stoic. If this video gave you value or a fresh perspective, do me a favor, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on more Stoic wisdom for your journey. Got thoughts, questions, or a different point of view? Drop it in the comments below. I read every one of them, and I respect every man who's willing to grow and have real conversations. This channel is for you. Strong men, wise minds, clear hearts. Stay grounded, stay sharp, and remember, your calm is your power. See you in the next one.